Laxma here. How are you guys? So last video I posted was about the Women on Change entrepreneurship launching, which is now live. You can actually register your ideas, your kid to join, and I'll be sharing more about that. But essentially, to eliminate poverty, for me, at least the idea, it's gonna have to start with individual responsibility, right? So while your child might be in school, or you feel like, hey, the education system, their purpose is to help kids or educate kids, at the end of the day, here's the issue with education, right? First of all, education is relative. But when you think of the American system, education system, for those particularly who are struggling or who have kids in that system who have been struggling, and I can't say it's the school's fault, but anything that's public serve or that is public funded, of course it's going to take a little more to keep it moving forward. Unless, of course, it's the House of Representatives where they get the highest pay and not doing too much. But when it comes to the education system, oftentimes too many parents feel like, oh, you know, the teacher's responsibility is to teach my kid. Well, what you have to think about too, the teachers, they have limited resources oftentimes in these classrooms, and they have kids at the end of the day too that they have to take care of. Oftentimes they do have kids. So often a lot of issues that are happening in the classrooms that teachers or the system are being shameful for. You also have to know that the education system or the government also has a private interest, right? You have those lobbyists, you have everyone else involved in that system. So depends on where you are, your child may not be getting the best education system. Now the question becomes, how do you make sure that's the case? Well, that's where you take things into your own hands. You have to make sure that as a parent you do your part. Whether it's being active in that environment or making sure that the right resources are there. It's hard. I grew up in that system. I have parents that had 2 jobs. I was working as a kid, and oftentimes poor parents are disconnected from that system. And I'm using poor, again, that's relative, but I'm looking at it from an economic perspective, not necessarily from an environmental, mental perspective, because to me, poverty really boils down to, access and then your mindset, right? And to me, I'm focusing on making sure the accessibility is there. But oftentimes, there are folks who are willing to put the work and just cannot seem to have access. And these are the folks that I'm talking to. But I'll be putting on more videos really diving into how I think Women on Change will be going after targeting poverty, because ultimately it comes down to how one can access information, resources, and frankly, how much are you willing to put into doing that too. All right, talk to you soon. Bye.